Can you really earn $100,000 as a graphic designer without a degree? Absolutely. The world values skills and results, not diplomas. Your portfolio is your new resume. This guide gives you the steps, but you must put in the work. Discipline and action are non-negotiable. The six-figure path is real, but it's up to you to walk it.
See, in life, you can go through life, you can come up with reasons or you can come up with results. You can come up with excuses or you can come up with achievements. You can go through life blaming or you can come up with solutions. The choice is in your hands, satisfaction or despair. We can choose that.
And subscribe.
You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the f after it every daggone day.
It's very, very simple to get what you want, but it's not easy. It's your job to make yourself do the crap you don't want to do so you can be everything that you're supposed to be.
Welcome to Steps.
And you're so damn busy waiting to feel like it.
Please.
And you're never going
like,
to.
Comment,
Ever.
and subscribe.
No one's coming. No one. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off.
Welcome to
Everybody
Steps
wants the prize,
to
but
be
nobody loves the
successful
process.
video.
Everybody wants to
Please
be a champion, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it
comment,
takes
and
to be a
subscribe.
champion. Everybody wants to hold up the trophy and say, man, I did it, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to do it. I love the process.
I started with zero experience, no degree, and a lot of doubt. My breakthrough came when I stopped just watching tutorials and started creating, even if my first designs were terrible. Consistent practice, real projects, and sharing my work online built my skills and confidence. Each project taught me about design, clients, and business. If I can go from amateur to six-figure designer, so can you, with commitment and a structured process. Design is everywhere, every business needs it, and the demand is exploding. The internet erased old barriers. Your skills and portfolio can reach clients worldwide. Tools are affordable, learning is accessible, and companies pay well for designers who deliver results. There's never been a better time to start. This guide is practical and focused. No fluff, just the essentials. You'll learn core design principles, master key software, and build a standout portfolio. We'll cover how to find clients, price your work, and choose your career path. This isn't a shortcut or magic trick. You must do the work. It's a map. You provide the drive. Success starts with commitment. Decide now that you'll become a designer. Write down your goal and your why. Keep it visible as a daily reminder. Consistency beats motivation. Show up, even on tough days. Make the commitment. Your journey begins today. Graphic design isn't purely artistic. It's strategic visual communication, planning ideas with visuals. The goal is to convey a message to a specific audience. Designers use images, typography, color, and space to solve problems. They craft visuals with a clear purpose, like promoting a product or simplifying information. It's a blend of art and strategy. You're a visual translator, turning objectives into understandable visual language. Clients invest in solutions, not just aesthetics. Shift your mindset to communication, analyze designs, and understand their purpose. It's a craft that drives action and creates value. Graphic design's principles are ancient, seen in cave paintings and Egyptian hieroglyphics, conveying messages across time. Gutenberg's printing press enabled mass production, sparking advertising and the need to persuade consumers. The Bauhaus movement solidified graphic design as a profession, emphasizing functional, minimalist design. From caves to the digital age, graphic design creates order from chaos. Like a house needs a strong foundation, graphic design relies on core principles. These principles guide how visual elements create effective compositions. Hierarchy guides the viewer's eye. Contrast makes a design pop. Balance provides stability. It can be symmetrical for formality or asymmetrical for a modern feel. Repetition and alignment tie elements together. Alignment is the invisible glue. These principles are the building blocks for professional design. Graphic design is a vast field with many specializations. Branding and identity design involves developing a complete visual system for a company. User interface and user experience design are also rapidly growing areas. UX design focuses on a product's usability. UI design is the visual part of that equation. Marketing and advertising design is created to sell products or services. Other specializations include publication, packaging, motion graphics, and environmental graphic design. As you learn, you'll likely find yourself drawn to one or two of these areas. In today's competitive world, good design is no longer a luxury, it is a necessity. A potential customer's first visual contact with a brand could be a logo, website, or social media. That first impression happens fast and is powerful. Good design communicates credibility and quality, building trust. Poor design harms a business. Customers will click away to a competitor with a better visual presence. Good design is critical for differentiation. Think of brands like Apple or Nike. That's the power of strategic design. Good design impacts a company's bottom line. Companies are desperate to hire skilled designers. They are paying for a solution that helps them make more money. Becoming a successful graphic designer involves more than software. Design is problem-solving. Clients bring challenges like attracting a younger audience or updating their brand. Empathy is key. Understand your client's goals and the end user's needs. Iterate and embrace feedback. Be a perpetual student, observe everything, and ask why. This problem-solving, empathetic, iterative, and curious mindset is your most valuable tool. But let's dismantle a major mental block. The traditional classroom model is now obsolete. Your new curriculum is the device you're using right now. The internet has created a learning environment that is more accessible and affordable. Your new curriculum is vast, dynamic, and available 24/7. You get to be the dean of your own university. This freedom comes with responsibility. Shift from a consumer mindset to a creator mindset. View the lack of a degree as your greatest strategic advantage. It is your commitment to structured daily learning using the internet. Diving into graphic design, you'll face many resources. Should you use free content or paid courses? Use both strategically. Free resources are a great starting point. YouTube offers high-quality tutorials. Blogs and guides are also essential. Free resources can lack structure. Paid resources offer a structured curriculum. You're paying for structure and expert guidance. Invest in quality courses to accelerate your progress. They provide a strong foundation for further learning. Section 3. The Self-Taught Syllabus, a week-by-week learning plan. To avoid unstructured learning, create a syllabus. This gives you the roadmap and accountability to make consistent progress. Here's a sample blueprint to take you from zero to competent in the fundamentals. In week 1, ignore the software. Immerse yourself in core design principles. Analyze examples of hierarchy, contrast, balance, repetition, alignment, and color theory. In week 2, dive into the tools. Use Adobe Illustrator, the industry standard for logo design. Focus on learning the basics of the interface. Recreate 5 simple logos of famous brands to master the fundamental tools. For week 3, introduce Adobe Photoshop. Learn the basic functions relevant to graphic designers. Create a simple social media ad, combining skills from both programs. In week 4, bring it all together with Adobe InDesign and the concept of a brand. Create a one-page sell sheet for a fictional company using all 3 programs. You'll have a solid understanding of the principles, tools, and workflow of a graphic designer. Section 4. Mastering the Trinity: Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. These 3 have been the undisputed industry standard for decades. Illustrator is for vector-based designs like logos. Photoshop excels at photo editing. InDesign is for combining text and images in multi-page documents. Learning how to use these programs together is key to a successful career in graphic design. Section 5. Beyond the Adobe Suite. Learning Figma for UI/UX. Figma has become indispensable for modern designers. It's a collaborative browser-based tool that's taken the UI/UX industry by storm. Figma gives you a massive advantage in speed and collaboration. Learning Figma is no longer optional, it's essential. Multiple designers can work in the same file at the same time. Figma's component-based system is another game changer, ensuring consistency and saving time. The best part is that Figma has a very generous free plan. Mastering Figma will open up a whole new world of high-demand, high-paying UI/UX design opportunities. Knowledge without application is pretty useless. You won't become a designer until you start designing. Consistent practice is key. Commit to a daily workout to build your creative muscles. Consistency, not intensity, is the goal. recreate a button, or improve a restaurant menu. Small exercises build muscle memory and sharpen your eye. Give yourself specific, constrained challenges using design prompts. Document and share your daily work to track progress and stay accountable. The goal is to show up, do the reps, and get a little better every day. Initially, you'll learn by recreating designs and following tutorials. As you gain confidence, you'll want to develop your own unique design style. It emerges from your influences, experiences, and personal taste. Become a collector of inspiration. Look for patterns in your collection. Incorporate them into your original work. The more you design, the more your voice will emerge. Don't be afraid to experiment and break the rules. It's what will make a client choose you for your specific creative vision. Learning in isolation is dangerous. Create your own feedback loop. Seek constructive criticism. Online communities are an excellent place to start. As you gain confidence, get feedback from individuals you admire. Finding a true mentor is the ultimate goal. Mentorships often develop organically. To become a successful graphic designer, you need the right tools. The industry standard remains the Adobe Creative Cloud. Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign are the holy trinity of professional design. Each program has a specific job. Illustrator is for logos and vector graphics. Photoshop is for photo editing. InDesign is for layouts. Figma is the standard for creating websites and mobile applications. Start with a project-based approach to build practical skills faster. The more you play with your software, the more fluent you will become. Knowing which button to click is one thing. Understanding separates amateurs from professionals. A professional's files are meticulously organized. This makes handoffs smooth. Professionals use non-destructive techniques like layer masks. Ultimately, technical proficiency is about speed and efficiency. Learn keyboard shortcuts. Make the software an extension of your mind. Mastering technical skills is essential, but soft skills will set you apart. Communication is key. Listen to clients, ask smart questions, and clearly explain your design decisions. Graphic design solves visual problems, requiring a curious and analytical mind. Time management and professionalism are crucial. Be reliable and meet deadlines. Cultivate empathy to understand your clients and their customers' needs. Empathy creates resonant and effective design. Typography is arguably the most important skill. It is the voice of your design. The way you choose and arrange type can instantly convey a mood and establish a personality. More than 90% of the design we interact with is made up of typography. Mastering typography begins with understanding the fundamentals, such as serif, sans serif, script, and display fonts. A serif font often feels traditional, while a sans serif font tends to feel modern. The next step is learning how to pair fonts effectively. A common rule is to pair a serif heading with a sans serif body text, or vice versa. Ultimately, great typography is all about hierarchy. Its primary job is to guide the reader's eye through the content. It is the skill that will make your work look and feel truly professional. Color is a powerful and emotionally resonant tool. It's often the very first thing a viewer notices, and it can evoke a specific feeling. The colors you choose can make a brand feel energetic and youthful, or serious and trustworthy. Understanding how to use color strategically is about using the psychology and science of color theory. The foundation of color theory starts with the color wheel. This includes complementary colors, which are opposites on the wheel, and create high-contrast, energetic palettes. It also includes analogous colors, which are next to each other on the wheel, and these create more serene and harmonious palettes. Beyond the basic harmonies, you must understand the three key properties of any color: hue, saturation, and value. In practice, your color choices should always be driven by strategy. What is the brand's personality? Who is the target audience? What is the function of the color? Color is a language. Consistent, deliberate practice is the most important habit you can develop. Practice one focused hour every day. Consistency builds muscle memory and sharpens your eye. Replicate designs pixel for pixel. Take on daily design challenges. They simulate real client briefs. Redesign websites with poor design. Refine old projects with your new skills. This is the daily grind that will transform you into a skilled professional. In the creative world, especially for graphic designers, your portfolio is your new resume. It's the main event, more important than a resume. Clients will spend more time examining your portfolio, the most important asset you'll create. It levels the playing field, making a degree irrelevant if you present stunning, strategic design work. Treat its creation with dedication. It's a living project, your primary marketing tool. Think of it as the ultimate final exam, the tangible result of your commitment. You are hired based on the quality of work you show, the undeniable evidence you can deliver results. One of the biggest hurdles that new designers face is the classic chicken and egg problem. How do you build a portfolio without any clients? And how do you get any clients without a portfolio? The answer is simple, yet so many aspiring designers get stuck here. You must break free from the myth that you need real client work to create a legitimate portfolio. The truth is, a potential employer or client does not care if you were paid for the work they are seeing. They only care about the quality of the work itself and the thinking behind it. This realization is your key to getting started. You have full permission to create your own projects. These self-initiated projects, often called concept projects or passion projects, are your secret weapon. They give you the incredible advantage of complete creative freedom. You get to be both the designer and the client. This means you can create work for the exact type of industries you want to work in. If you dream of designing for craft breweries, then create a complete brand identity for a fictional brewery. Design the logo, the can labels, the tap handles, and a simple website. If you are passionate about the tech industry, then redesign an existing app that you feel has a poor user experience. Document the problems and show how your new design solves them. These concept projects allow you to showcase the full range of your skills without the constraints and compromises that often come with real client work. You do not have to deal with a client's bad taste, a tiny budget, or a rushed timeline. You can push your creativity to its limits and produce work that is a true representation of your ideal design vision. A portfolio filled with 2 or 3 in-depth, high-quality concept projects is infinitely more impressive than a portfolio filled with 10 small, uninspired projects you did for a low-paying client. It shows ambition, creativity, and a proactive approach to your career. When creating these projects, it is crucial to treat them as if they were real. Do not just create a random logo. Develop a detailed, fictional creative brief first. Define the fictional company, its target audience, its competitors, and its business goals. This shows that you are not just a pixel pusher, you are a strategic thinker who designs with purpose. This narrative is what will make your concept projects feel real and compelling to a potential client. They will see that you understand the process of solving business problems through design. So, stop waiting for permission. Your first client is you. Give yourself the best, most exciting projects you can imagine. When you are first building your portfolio, it can be tempting to include every single piece of design you have ever created. You might think that a larger number of projects will make you seem more experienced or more versatile. This is a huge mistake. In portfolio design, quality will always beat quantity. A portfolio is only as strong as its weakest piece. A potential client will not average out the quality of your work. They will remember the one project that looked amateurish or unfinished. It is far better to have a portfolio with only 3 to 5 incredible, well-thought-out projects than one with 15 mediocre ones. Your portfolio is a curated gallery, not a storage closet. The process of curation is an act of ruthless editing. You must learn to be your own toughest critic. Look at each project and ask yourself a series of honest questions. Does this piece truly represent the best of my abilities right now? Is it aligned with the type of work I want to be hired for in the future? Does it demonstrate a clear understanding of design principles and strategic thinking? If the answer to any of these questions is no, then you should not include it. It does not matter if you spent 50 hours on it or if a past client loved it. If it is not A+ work that makes you proud, it does not belong in your portfolio. Your selection of projects should also be strategic. Think about what kind of designer you want to be and curate your portfolio to attract that specific type of work. If you want to specialize in branding for luxury hotels, then your portfolio should be filled with elegant, sophisticated branding projects, including a cartoonish logo you designed for a children's party service. Even if it is well executed, will only confuse your message and dilute your brand. Your portfolio should tell a clear and consistent story about who you are as a designer and what unique value you offer. Every project should be a chapter in that story, reinforcing your desired speciality. Remember that your portfolio is a living document. It should evolve as your skills improve. Make it a habit to review your portfolio every few months. As you create new and better work, you must go back and remove the older, weaker pieces. What you considered your best work 6 months ago might now look dated compared to your current abilities. This constant process of refining and upgrading your portfolio ensures that you are always presenting the best, most current version of yourself to the world. It shows a commitment to growth and excellence. Be a ruthless curator. Show only your best. A standout portfolio does more than just show the final, polished designs. The best portfolios, honestly, take the viewer on a journey. They tell the story behind the work through a compelling case study. A case study transforms a simple image into a narrative of strategic problem solving. It shows a potential client how you think, which is often more important than the final result itself. It demonstrates that you are not just an artist who makes things look good, but a strategic partner who can diagnose a problem, develop a plan, and execute a visual solution that meets specific goals. This is what separates junior designers from senior, high-earning professionals. Your case study should follow a clear and simple structure. Start by outlining the problem or the challenge. This could be the fictional brief you created for a concept project or the real goals of a client. What was the company trying to achieve? Who was their target audience? What were the key obstacles? This sets the stage and provides the context for your design decisions. It immediately shows that you are a business-oriented thinker who understands that design serves a purpose. It frames your work not as decoration, but as a solution to a specific, defined challenge. Next, you need to walk the viewer through your process. This is where you reveal the messy middle of your work. Show your early sketches, your mood boards, your different logo concepts, or your wireframes. You do not need to show everything, but select a few key images that illustrate your exploration and development. Explain why you made certain choices. Why did you choose that specific color palette? What was the rationale behind your typography selection? Why did you discard certain ideas? This part of the case study builds immense trust and credibility. It proves that your final design was not a lucky accident, but the result of a deliberate, thoughtful, and iterative process. Finally, present the solution. Showcase your final design with beautiful, high-quality mock-ups. Do not just show a flat logo file. Show the logo on a business card, on a website, or on the side of a building. Mock-ups help the client visualize the design in a real-world context and make your work look incredibly professional. Conclude the case study with a brief summary of the results. For a real project, this could be a client testimonial or a metric like increased website traffic by 15%. For a concept project, you can simply restate how your solution successfully addresses the initial challenge you outlined. A well-crafted case study is a powerful sales tool that does the selling for you. Please comment. Graphic design, include the city you are watching this video from. If you make it this far as a winner. While platforms like Behance and Dribbble are fantastic for sharing your work, nothing says professional like having your own custom portfolio website. Think of it as your personal digital storefront. It is a space that you own and control completely, allowing you to craft the user's experience from the moment they arrive. You get to decide the layout, the typography, the colors, and the overall narrative. This level of control enables you to present your work in the best possible light and to create a brand for yourself that is consistent and memorable. It is the definitive home base for your professional identity online. The design of your portfolio website should be a reflection of your own design skills. In essence, the website itself is your first portfolio piece. It needs to be clean, professional, and incredibly easy to navigate. This is not the place to show off every flashy animation or experimental layout you can think of. The goal is to make your work the hero. The design of your site should be a quiet, elegant frame that supports and enhances your projects, not a loud, distracting one that competes with them. Use plenty of white space, choose a highly legible font, and make sure your navigation is simple and intuitive. The best portfolio sites are often the most simple ones. Your portfolio website needs a few essential pages. The most important, of course, is your work or portfolio page. This is where you will display the beautiful thumbnails that lead to your individual case studies. Next, you need an About page. This is your chance to tell a little bit of your story. Do not just list your skills. Share your passion for design, your creative process, and what makes you unique. Make it personal and relatable. Finally, you must have a clear and easy-to-find contact page. Make it as simple as possible for a potential client to get in touch with you. Include your email address and links to your professional social media profiles like LinkedIn or Behance. You do not need to be a coding expert to create a stunning portfolio website. There are amazing tools available that make it easier than ever. Platforms like Squarespace, Wix, and Webflow offer beautiful templates and intuitive drag-and-drop editors designed specifically for creatives. You can also use a platform like WordPress with a dedicated portfolio theme. Whichever tool you choose, invest the time to customize it and make it your own. Your personal website is a significant investment in your professional brand. It is the place you will send every potential client, so make sure it represents the high quality and professionalism you want to be known for. When hosting your portfolio, you're not limited to one platform. Use a combination to maximize visibility. Your website is your professional home, but to get discovered, use Behance for in-depth case studies. Dribbble is great for quick feedback and networking. Use them together. Full case studies on your site and Behance, with smaller shots on Dribbble linking back. Creating a brilliant portfolio is a massive accomplishment, but, it's really only half the job. A masterpiece that hangs in a locked, dark room is, pretty much useless. Once your portfolio is polished and ready, you have to shift your focus from creation to promotion. You need to actively and strategically get your work in front of the right people. Now, this doesn't mean you should spam your link everywhere. Instead, it means sharing your work thoughtfully in the places where potential clients, recruiters, and collaborators are most likely to see it. Your goal is to create inbound interest, where opportunities begin to come to you because people have seen the quality of your work. Your first step is to optimize all of your professional online profiles. Your LinkedIn profile should have a clear professional headshot and a headline that states exactly what you do, such as brand identity and web designer. Most importantly, it should feature a prominent link to your portfolio website. The same goes for your Behance, Dribbble, and any other professional social media accounts you use. Make sure your portfolio link is in your bio and is easy to find. When a recruiter or potential client lands on any of your profiles, the very first thing they should be able to do is click through to see your work. Make it effortless for them. Next, you need to become an active participant in relevant online communities. Find subreddits, Facebook groups, or Discord servers dedicated to graphic design, web design, or the specific industries you want to work in. Don't just join these groups and post a link to your portfolio. That's just spam. Instead, become a valuable member of the community, answer questions, offer helpful advice, and provide constructive feedback on the work of others. When it feels appropriate and relevant, you can share a specific project from your portfolio that relates to the conversation. This approach builds your reputation as a knowledgeable and helpful professional, making people much more likely to check out your work. Finally, don't be afraid to do some targeted personal outreach. Identify 5 to 10 small businesses, startups, or agencies whose work you genuinely admire and who you'd love to work with. Craft a short, personalized email to each one. Compliment them on a specific project they've done, briefly introduce yourself, and share a link to a single relevant project in your portfolio that you think they would appreciate. Don't ask for a job, simply state that you admire their work and wanted to share yours. This polite, professional, and non-demanding approach can plant a seed that can lead to future conversations and opportunities. Your portfolio is your key. Now you have to start knocking on the right doors. You've built skills and a portfolio. Landing your first client can be intimidating. Clients want experience, but you need clients to get it. Lower the risk for your first client to make it an easy yes. Aim for a real project, a testimonial, and confidence. Start with your network. Offer a reduced rate to build your portfolio. Offer services to a nonprofit. Proactively improve a local business's design with a free sample. This proves your value up front. Freelance marketplaces like Upwork, Fiverr, or 99 Designs offer access to clients worldwide. However, they're often a race to the bottom on price. Think of them as a stepping stone to get your first paid projects and build a track record. Then, get out. Compete on quality and professionalism, not just price. Target higher budget projects and demonstrate you understand the client's needs. Use the marketplace, but don't let it define your value. The vast majority of the best, highest-paying freelance projects and design jobs are never publicly advertised. They're filled through referrals, word of mouth, and personal connections. This is why building a professional network isn't just a nice-to-have skill. Honestly, it's one of the most critical activities you can undertake for your long-term career success. Your network is your safety net and your engine for growth. It's the community of people who will think of you first when an opportunity pops up. For a self-taught designer, a strong network is even more valuable because it lets you bypass those traditional HR gatekeepers and get your portfolio right in front of decision makers. Networking isn't about being a slick salesperson or collecting hundreds of business cards at a conference. At its core, genuine networking is about building authentic relationships. It's about being curious, helpful, and generous with your time and knowledge. The best way to network is to give before you get. Participate in online design communities, share helpful resources, offer thoughtful feedback on other people's work, and answer questions when you know the answer. People remember those who are helpful. This builds your reputation as a knowledgeable and collaborative professional, and these online connections can often turn into real friendships and powerful professional alliances over time. While online networking is powerful, don't underestimate the impact of in-person connections. Look for local creative meetups in your city through platforms like meetup.com or Eventbrite. Attend events hosted by organizations like AIGA, even if you're not a member. Go to workshops, talks, and conferences. Your goal in attending these events isn't to hand out your card to everyone you see. Your goal is to have a few genuine conversations. Ask people what they're working on, what challenges they're facing, and what they're passionate about. Be a good listener. These personal interactions build a much stronger and more memorable connection than just a simple LinkedIn request. Keep your network warm. Networking isn't something you only do when you desperately need a job. It's an ongoing process. Keep in touch with the connections you make. If you see an article you think a contact would find interesting, send it to them. If they post about a recent success on LinkedIn, congratulate them. These small, consistent touchpoints keep you on their radar in a positive and non-demanding way. When you build a network based on mutual respect and genuine helpfulness, you'll find that opportunities start to flow to you naturally. Your network becomes your own personal team of advocates, rooting for your success. While freelancing offers incredible freedom and high earning potential, it's not the only path to a six-figure income as a graphic designer. For many, the stability, collaborative environment, and access to large-scale projects offered by a full-time role at a design agency or within a company's in-house creative team is a more appealing option. These roles often come with benefits like health insurance, paid time off, and a consistent salary, which can be very attractive. The good news is that your self-taught background and strong portfolio are just as valuable when applying for these positions as they are for freelance work. Companies today care more about your demonstrated ability than your educational credentials. Design agencies are fast-paced, creative environments where you get to work on a variety of projects for many different clients. Working at an agency is like a masterclass in design. You'll be surrounded by other talented creatives, receive mentorship from senior designers and art directors, and learn about professional workflows, client presentations, and project management at an accelerated rate. To get hired at an agency, your portfolio needs to be polished and showcase a high level of creative thinking and technical execution. Agencies are looking for designers with a strong point of view, a passion for the craft, and the ability to collaborate effectively within a team. An in-house role, on the other hand, means you're working as a designer for one single company that isn't a design agency, like a tech company, a retail brand, or a university. In this role, you become a deep expert on one brand. You'll work on a wide range of materials for that company, from marketing campaigns and social media graphics to internal presentations and website updates. In-house roles are great for designers who enjoy becoming brand specialists and who want to see the long-term impact of their work on a single business. To get hired in-house, your portfolio should demonstrate an ability to think strategically about a brand and execute consistently across many different touchpoints. To land these roles, your application strategy needs to be targeted. Don't just blast your resume to every job posting you find. Identify a list of 10 to 20 agencies or companies whose work you genuinely admire and whose culture seems like a good fit. Tailor your portfolio and your cover letter specifically for each one. In your cover letter, don't just list your skills. Explain why you're passionate about that specific company and how your unique skills and perspective could bring value to their team. Use your network to see if you have any connections who can refer you or provide an introduction. A personal referral is the single most effective way to get your application moved to the top of the pile. But your portfolio gets you in the door. Your proposal is what closes the deal. A proposal is much more than just a price quote. It's a strategic sales document designed to convince a potential client that you're the perfect person to solve their problem. A well-crafted proposal builds trust, demonstrates your understanding of the project, and justifies your price. Many designers make the mistake of sending a one-line email with a price, but taking the time to create a professional, detailed proposal will immediately set you apart from the competition and allow you to charge significantly more for your services. It shows that you're a serious professional, not just a hobbyist. A winning proposal should always begin by restating the client's goals and challenges in your own words. This first section shows that you were actively listening during your initial conversation or that you've thoroughly understood their project brief. It demonstrates empathy and reassures the client that you're focused on their needs, not just on your creative vision. This section should clearly define the problem that your design work is going to solve. For example, your current branding doesn't connect with your target audience of millennials, resulting in low engagement and sales. The goal of this project is to create a fresh, modern brand identity that resonates with this demographic. Next, your proposal must clearly outline the scope of work and your proposed process. This is where you get specific. What exactly will you be delivering? For a logo project, this might include 3 initial logo concepts, 2 rounds of revisions, and a final package of files including vector formats and web-ready versions. List every single deliverable to avoid any future misunderstandings, a problem known as scope creep. Then briefly explain your design process. For example, Phase 1, Discovery and Research. Phase 2, Concept Development. Phase 3, Refinement and Revisions. Phase 4, Final Delivery. This shows the client that you have a structured, professional method for getting from start to finish. Finally, you present the investment and the call to action. Instead of using the word price or cost, use the word investment. This frames your service as something that will provide a return, not just an expense. Offer 2 or 3 package options if possible, giving the client a choice. For example, a basic package, a standard package, and a premium package with more deliverables. This tiered pricing strategy often encourages clients to choose the middle option and makes them feel more in control. Conclude with a clear call to action, such as, to accept this proposal and begin the project, please sign below and submit the 50% deposit by, and then, of course, you add the date. Make it easy for them to say yes. Pricing your work can be challenging. Price too low and you devalue your work. Too high and you risk losing projects. A better approach is project-based pricing, offering a flat fee based on the agreed scope. This incentivizes efficiency, tying value to results, not just time. The ultimate goal is value-based pricing, pricing based on the value and ROI you provide. Confidently communicate your value by understanding the client's business and the financial impact of their problem. You're selling expertise and results, a service worth a premium. Let's talk numbers. You're here to build a financially rewarding design career. Earning $60,000 to $100,000 plus is realistic, influenced by skill, specialization, location, and job type. Entry-level designers can earn $45,000 to $60,000. Focus on gaining experience and refining skills. Mid-level designers, $60,000 to $85,000, contribute to strategy. Senior roles, $100,000 plus, involve leadership and high-impact decisions. This blueprint helps you reach that destination. Choosing the freelance path is like, honestly, becoming the captain of your own ship. It offers the ultimate prize, complete freedom. You get to decide who you work with, what projects you take on, where you work, and when you work. This autonomy is incredibly appealing for self-starters who want to build a business on their own terms. More importantly, freelancing offers a truly uncapped earning potential. Unlike a salaried position with a fixed annual income, your earnings as a freelancer are directly tied to the value you create and the number of clients you serve. There is no ceiling on how much you can make, which is why many of the highest earning designers are self-employed. The journey of a freelance designer is one of progressive value creation. In the beginning, you will likely charge by the hour or take on smaller, fixed-price projects from platforms like Upwork or through your personal network. This is your training ground. You are learning how to manage clients, deliver work on time, and build a reputation. Your income might be modest at first, but with each successful project and 5-star review, you are building the foundation for future growth. You are collecting the social proof needed to justify higher rates and attract better clients who are looking for a reliable and skilled creative partner rather than just the cheapest option. As you gain experience and your portfolio becomes stronger, you can begin the crucial shift away from hourly billing toward project-based and eventually value-based pricing. This is where your income potential truly starts to accelerate. Instead of selling your time, you start selling outcomes. A client is not just buying a logo, they are buying a brand identity that will increase their customer trust and sales. By anchoring your price to this value, you can charge thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars for a single project. Your income is no longer limited by the number of hours in a day, but by the tangible business results you can deliver for your clients. The key to a lucrative freelance career is specialization. Instead of being a generalist who does a little bit of everything, you become the go-to expert in a specific niche. This could be branding for tech startups, UI and UX design for e-commerce apps, or marketing design for restaurants. Specialization allows you to build deep domain knowledge, which makes you incredibly valuable to clients in that industry. They will seek you out and be willing to pay a premium for your specialized expertise. By combining a strong niche with value-based pricing, you build a powerful, high-demand freelance business where you can realistically earn well over $100,000 per year while maintaining complete control over your life and career. While freelancing offers unparalleled freedom, the path of a full-time employee at a design agency or within a company's in-house team offers its own unique and powerful advantages. For many, the stability of a consistent paycheck, combined with benefits like health insurance, retirement plans, and paid vacation, provides a sense of security that is highly valuable. This path allows you to focus purely on your craft without the added pressures of constantly hunting for new clients, sending invoices, and managing the administrative side of a business. It is a direct route to focusing on what you love designing. Working at a design agency is like a career accelerator. You are thrown into a fast-paced environment and surrounded by other talented creatives. You get to work on a diverse range of projects for different clients and industries, which exposes you to new challenges and helps you build a versatile skill set very quickly. The career ladder in an agency is typically well-defined. You might start as a junior designer, move up to a mid-level designer, then a senior designer, an art director, and eventually a creative director. Each step up the ladder comes with more responsibility, more strategic input, and of course a significant increase in salary. An in-house role where you work for a single company like Google, Nike, or a local tech startup offers a different kind of growth. Here, you become a true expert and guardian of a single brand. You get to see the long-term impact of your work and contribute to the evolution of the brand over time. The career path is often similar to an agency, but it can also branch into roles that blend design with marketing or product management. In-house roles, especially in the tech sector, are known for being some of the highest paying in the industry, often offering lucrative stock options on top of a generous salary. The key to climbing the corporate ladder, whether in an agency or in-house, is to consistently demonstrate your value beyond just your design skills. This means developing your soft skills. Become a great communicator who can present ideas clearly and persuasively. Be a proactive problem solver who thinks about the business goals behind each project. Be a reliable team player who mentors junior designers and collaborates effectively with other departments. By making yourself an indispensable part of the team's success, you ensure that you are first in line for promotions, leadership opportunities, and the six-figure salaries that come with them. Reaching the six-figure milestone is a fantastic achievement, but it does not have to be the final destination. Whether you are a freelancer or a full-time employee, there are clear strategic ways to scale your income far beyond the $100,000 mark. The fundamental principle is to move from being an implementer to being a strategist and an owner. You need to find ways to decouple your income from the hours you personally work. This requires a shift in mindset, from thinking like a designer to thinking like a business owner who creates systems and leverages expertise to generate revenue in new and more scalable ways. For freelancers, one of the most powerful ways to scale is by building a small, nimble studio. This means moving from a solopreneur to a business owner. You start by hiring other talented freelancers on a contract basis to help with your workload. You might hire a junior designer to handle production work or an illustrator for a specific project style. This allows you to take on more and larger projects than you could handle alone. You act as the creative director and project manager, maintaining the client relationship and quality control while leveraging the time and skills of others. Your income is no longer limited by your own two hands. Another path to scaling is through the creation of digital products. This is the holy grail of passive income. Instead of trading your time for money on a one-to-one basis, you create a valuable asset once and sell it many times over. This could be a high-quality UI kit for Figma, a set of custom fonts, professional mock-up templates, or a detailed ebook. You could also create and sell a pre-recorded online course teaching a specific niche skill that you have mastered. While creating these products requires a significant upfront investment of time, they can generate income for you 24/7, even while you sleep or are working on other client projects. For designers in full-time roles, scaling your income often means moving into leadership. This involves actively pursuing management tracks to become an art director, creative director, or head of design. These roles come with significant salary increases because your value is multiplied across an entire team. You are responsible for guiding the creative vision, mentoring other designers, and ensuring the team's output meets the company's strategic goals. To reach these positions, you must proactively develop your leadership skills, seek out mentorship opportunities, and demonstrate your ability to think about the bigger picture beyond your individual design tasks. This is how you provide exponential value and earn an exponential income in return. We have covered a tremendous amount of ground together in this blueprint. We started by shattering the myth that you need a traditional degree to build a successful, high-income creative career. We established that in the modern economy, your skills, your portfolio, and your strategic thinking are the new currency. We then journeyed through the core principles of design, not as abstract theories, but as practical tools for effective visual communication. You learned about the essential software trinity: Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign, and the modern powerhouse, Figma, which together form the technical foundation for any professional design work. This knowledge is the bedrock upon which you will build everything that comes next in your career. We then transitioned from learning the craft to building your career assets. The most critical of these, as we discussed, is your portfolio. You now have a clear strategy for creating powerful concept projects, writing compelling case studies that showcase your problem-solving abilities, and presenting your work on a professional website that you control. This portfolio is your key, the master document that proves your value to the world. Armed with that key, we explored the actionable strategies for finding high-paying clients and landing professional roles, moving from your first gig to mastering proposals and pricing your work based on the immense value you provide, not just the hours you spend. Throughout this guide, we have mapped out the clear financial progression available to you. We demystified the salary ranges, from a solid entry-level income to the very achievable six-figure salaries of senior and expert designers. You now understand the distinct advantages of both the freelance path with its uncapped income and ultimate freedom, and the corporate path with its stability and structured growth. More importantly, we looked beyond the $100,000 mark, exploring scalable business models like building a small studio or creating digital products, which allow you to break free from trading time for money and build true, lasting wealth through your creative expertise. This entire guide has been designed to be more than just a collection of tips. It is a comprehensive, step-by-step blueprint. It is a map that lays out the most direct route from where you are now, perhaps feeling uncertain but full of ambition, to where you want to be, a confident, respected, and high-earning graphic designer. Every section, from learning the fundamentals to scaling your income, is a critical piece of the puzzle. The path is no longer a mystery. It is laid out before you, clear and attainable. The strategies work. The only remaining variable in this entire equation is you and your willingness to execute the plan. You have reached the end of this blueprint, but you are at the very beginning of your real journey. Knowledge is powerful, but knowledge without action is just potential energy. It is the trophy that sits on the shelf collecting dust. The most important moment is not finishing this guide. It is what you choose to do in the next hour, the next day, and the next week. The gap between dreaming of a six-figure creative career and actually living it is bridged by one simple thing: consistent daily action. Your future is not determined by a single grand gesture, but by the thousands of small, disciplined steps you take starting today. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and genuinely visualize the life you want. Picture yourself with the financial freedom to support your family without stress. Imagine the pride you will feel seeing your creative work out in the world, making a real impact for businesses you admire. Feel the flexibility of working from anywhere, on your own schedule, doing work that you are deeply passionate about. This vision is not a fantasy, it is a possible future. This is your why. This is the fuel that will power you through the difficult days, the moments of self-doubt, and the frustrating creative blocks. Hold on to that vision tightly. Your very first step is not to master Photoshop or to design a complex logo. Your first step is to make a simple, unbreakable promise to yourself. Commit to just 1 hour of focused learning or practice tomorrow. That is it. Do not overwhelm yourself by thinking about the entire journey. Just focus on that first hour. Maybe you will spend it watching a beginner's tutorial for Illustrator and following along. Maybe you will spend it analyzing the design of your favorite website and writing down why you think it works. It does not matter what the specific task is. What matters is that you show up and take that first small step. You have the map. You have the vehicle. Now, you must turn the key and start driving. The opportunity to build an incredibly fulfilling and lucrative career as a graphic designer without a college degree has never been more real or accessible than it is right now. Everything you need is at your fingertips. The only thing standing between you and your goal is the decision to begin. So let's make that decision together. I want you to go down to the comments section right now. As a sign of your commitment, I want you to write 2 things: graphic design and the city you are watching this from. This is your public declaration. This is your first step. Your journey starts now.
The secret to unlocking real success lies within the wisdom you already possess. The time is now. Take the smallest possible action today. The first step is yours to take. Remember, if you want things in your life to change, you've got to make an adjustment in your mindset of change things in your life, another to get the result you want.
Hey self, adjust my frequency to ignite my energy as you...
Your wish is my command.